left. Valoria flips it up and in!
Sir Orlan Lamar, but Lamar gets the step and the finish.
Hail Mary. June Manzo will fire.
Oh my goodness! June Manzo all the way from Serrano, Bebuelo, Serrano with the basket. Fuentes, no hesitation, gets it to go! No! Obisto, yeah! Jason Obisto with a putback!
We welcome you back here to the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League as we return for the very first time dito sa bayan ng Calasiao sa probinsya ng Pangasinan, and we have the first game of our triple header. TH Tumalip was the lone bright spot in their latest loss against Nueva Ecija, and they will look to bounce back. Ganun din naman para dito sa Pasig City, and Robbie Manalang really struggled shooting the ball nung nakarang laban nila against the Quezon Huskers. Our first game, Davao versus Pasig City, followed by the Abra Solid North Weavers taking on the Cebu Classic, and then the big one, Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards taking on the Pangasinan Heatwaves. Magandang hapon mga kaliga, Ken Pangilinan alongside Javi Palanya, and at courtside we have Miss Mika Abisamis. And Javi, thankfully we had the long safe trip going here to Calasiao, but we have the games here, and I think we're here for a wild ride.
Yeah, definitely. All three games magaganda to. We expect a good game para sa each of these three games that we have this afternoon and later on at the evening. So abangan nyo mga kaliga kasi maganda ang lahat ng mga laban na makikita natin today.
Pero unahin natin muna itong Davao and Pasig na gusto nga bumawi sa kanilang unang pagkatalo. And now, of course, you are watching us live on our official Facebook page and YouTube channel, and also on Solar Sports every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays starting at 6 p.m. And silipin natin ang ating updated team standings in the North Division. We saw San Juan protect their immaculate record last game nila laban dito sa Rizal, but Nueva Ecija still up the top at 7 wins, no losses.
Yeah, the Knights avoided joining the teams with a loss already sa baba ng ating team standings, joining Nueva Ecija on top. Well, itong Pasig City, they want to do their best to avoid going down in that hole sa North Division team standings. Ayaw nila makakuha ng isa pang talo here today. They want to bounce back from their loss earlier, which we will talk about later on. Here in the Southern Division, itong Davao Occidental, 1-1. So actually these two teams, itong parehong team na to, ang dalawang teams na konti pa lang nilalaro, pinaka-konti pa lang nilalaro so far this season. So it's about time for them to ramp up their season, and we're gonna see how they will respond to the call of their respective squads.
And ngayon, ito, pag-usapan natin itong Davao Occidental Tigers in their last game against Nueva Ecija. This was way back nung nagpunta tayo, Javi, sa Mindoro. And we saw Davao keep in step in the first quarter, pero pagdating nung quarter number 2, Nueva Ecija just putting on the jets, nahirapan makahabol itong Davao Occidental.
Especially with the inside points, no? We'll see the numbers in just a bit, but they really struggled to score inside the paint, although they had 3 more 3-point shots than Nueva Ecija in this game. Talking about Davao, it was not really very significant because you see the disparity in inside scoring, a -12 in that department, and a lot of their guys really struggled to shoot. Only TH Tumalip was able to score in double figures para sa Davao Occidental Tigers in that game. And next, Chauca and Agovida both had 9 points, but yung kanilang mga field goal shooting percentage medyo mababa talaga. So it's gonna be imperative for the Davao Occidental Tigers to be much more efficient offensively here today, aside from also trying to stop the Pasig City Gunners.
And on the side of Pasig City, they were very impressive in their first 2 games. Especially that last one, they scored more than 100 points. Pero pagdating dito sa Quezon Huskers, they had really trouble generating offense, and Quezon holding them to only 56 points.
Yeah, this was their first real test of the season because both of the teams na hinarap nila sa kanilang first 2 games were at the bottom of the team standings in their respective divisions. You look at the numbers here, really struggled from the field compared to the Quezon Huskers, who once again came up with another efficient offensive night. And the key here for Pasig City is they have to be able to keep in step also in the rebounding battle, because they are -11 here. They gave up 11 offensive rebounds, which Quezon was able to capitalize on and get a lot of second chance points. So for Pasig City, the keys today are to get on the glass and make sure that they get to run in transition. Also, Chito Jaime has to come alive para dito sa Pasig City.
Alright, simulan na natin ang laban between Davao and Pasig. Let's go to Richard Tampos.
Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Here are the starters. Introducing first, the Season 3 champion, Davao Occidental Tigers, Coco Live. Playing center number 71, John Lee Balin. At forward number 32, Harold Arboleda. Two guard number 29, Jeff Comia. Point guard number 18, Joseph Terso. Starting at forward number 15, Keith Agubida. The head coach is Arvin Bonleon. Assistant coaches Ronald Magtulis, MK Bartolome, Pancho Alfonso, Yaika Noy Bonleon, and Amboy Agonoy. Starting for Pasig City. Coming in at center number 6, Lester Reyes. Guard number 7, Rob Manalang. Also at guard number 11, Keith Pido. Forward number 18, E.G. Boy Mojica. Power forward number 28, Chito Jaime. The head coach is Aldrin Morante, assisted by J.R. Villanueva, Lance Ingo, and Richard Rosales. The team owner, Buddy Encanado. Referees for this ballgame are crew chief and Maravis.
Alright, let's check out the starting five brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Davao Occidental starts with Joseph Terso, Jeff Comia, John Lee Valin, Harold Arboleda, and Keith Agovida. Sa panig naman ng Pasig City, Keith Pido, Robbie Manalang, Lester Reyes, Chito Jaime, and Edgy Boy Mojica. This is the first game for Mojica this season. He did not play in their first 3 games. As the tip going to the side of the guys in white, Davao Occidental.
A former member of the Sunman Knights, he will give a lot of versatility to the wing position. A guy who can play the 2, 3, and 4 spots para kay Coach Aldrin Morante, talking about Edgy Boy Mojica. But that's a good way to start the game by Keith Agovida. Only had 9 points in that game against Nueva Ecija.
Chito Jaime struggled shooting the ball in their last game against the Quezon Huskers. Was held to single digits in scoring.
Only 2 out of 11 from the field, 0 out of 5 from the outside.
That time, he was caught in between. Bola babalik sa panig ng Tigers.
But Chito Jaime is a veteran. It's going to only be a matter of time before he gets into a groove. I trust that Chito Jaime will find his stride midway through this season. And when he does, Pasig City will be an even more dangerous team to go up against.
And he really has a huge role on offense. No? Nakikita natin yung mga shots niya, really taking them as it is. As we see Keith Agovida naman, try for a 3, no good. They get it back. Agovida slides in. Jeff Comia, short stab is good.
Could have been a shot that he would have taken. Ito si Keith Agovida, but decided to be unselfish and drop it off to Jeff Comia there for that short stab.
4-0 start for Davao Occidental. The guys in blue, Pasig City, they go to Edgy Boy Mojica, who airballs a free.
Well, I had the short banter with Edgy Boy Mojica right before the game, and I said, Edgy Boy, parang medyo lumaki ka ng konti. Well, we'll see if that's gonna affect his speed, but it looks like it's gonna be good for him kasi dati sobrang medyo lanky yung kanyang build eh. It's gonna help him deal with the other wide guys, especially at the 4 spot.
And you love how Davao Occidental is executing really well on offense so far. 6-0 para dito sa Tigers.
And I'm sure Coach Arvin Bonleon wouldn't want anything less than this great execution that they're having to start this game.
Lester Reyes, walang handoff. Chito Jaime, bagyang na libre para sa 3, gets it to go.
When you're the opposing team, you're going up against Pasig City, yan naman ang ayaw mong mangyari. Ayaw mong bigyan ng kumpiyansa si Chito Jaime. And the way that you do that easily is by giving him those kinds of open looks.
6-3. Davao with the lead. Comia tries to answer that free. No good. Rebound, Robbie Manalang.
Not really his cup of tea. Jeff Comia, more of a slasher.
Manalang doesn't get it to drop. Tatakbo dito ang Davao. Jeff Comia. Now this is his specialty but can't convert to the basket.
Yan talaga ang binibigay niya sa mga teams na linalaroan niya. A guy that can really go hard and only has one thing in mind every time he gets that basketball, that's to attack.
Jaime, atake. Then, left-handed layup is good.
All it takes is just one basket para dito kay Chito Jaime. Off to a good start here in this game after that turnover. 5 straight points para sa kanya.
Foul against Pasig City. So 5-0 run for Tropang Pasig.
Nice attack towards the middle. Couple of dribbles and then the finish with the left hand para kay Chito Jaime.
Binanggit na rin natin, no? Former champion in the collegiate ranks, former PBA champion. Yung MPBL na lang yung natitira na gusto niyang makuha.
Dahil ito naman, MPBL champion na ito, si Joseph Terzo. And he knows what it takes to get all the way to the top. He gives a lot of leadership to this young Davao squad. That also has a good fair share of veterans, actually.
That was a forced shot by Chito Jaime. Tackled Arboleda. Whips a pass to Joseph Terzo. Doesn't get the bounce. Battle for the ball. It ends up with Davao. 6 minutes remaining here in the first period. The bounce pass inside. Valin could not handle it. But luckily for them, it will stay on their side.
He was already thinking of the shot before even catching the ball.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
Nice dish right there to Joseph Terzo, who is always ready for that 3-point shot.
Jeff Comia tries another free. Wala pa din. Christian Rivera is in for Pasig City. Maneuvers down the lane. Almost getting it. Tatakbo muli ang Davao. Comia pulls it back out. Keith Agovida, the swing pass to Joseph Terzo. Rivera switching onto him. Jeff Comia against Lester Reyes. Rebound, Christian Rivera.
They're really setting up Jeff Comia early here in this game. A lot of looks.
Chito Jaime in the right corner. Rivera. The pass to Ejiboy Moica. Supply pa rin yung kanyang tres. In transition, Comia back to Terzo. Off the glass and in.
I'm surprised he even gave it back. Could have been an easy layup already para kay Jeff Comia, but I like the unselfishness so far here of Davao in this first quarter.
5 early points for Joseph Terzo. So far for Pasig City, it's only been Chito Jaime who has scored. And that continues. Mintes yung tres doon ni Robbie Manalang. Jerome Garcia coming in as we check out the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Pop, personal karaoke speaker, everyday karaoke. Baseline inbound para sa mga naka-asul. Rivera lobs it up to Chito Jaime. Jacob Galicia also in, but turns the ball over. Past the halfway point of quarter number 1. Jeff Comia. That pass off target. Jay Gars in transition. Oh, no look. Great pass going to Jacob Galicia.
Everybody else who went down para sa Davao Occidental was just paying attention to the guy with the ball. A nice no-look pass by Jerome Garcia.
7-11 is our score. Jeff Comia, aggressive drive to the hoop.
Not everybody gets to highlight how good of a passer Keith Agovida is, especially in the half court. His basketball IQ is through the roof.
Bola na tapik palabas ni Chito Jaime. Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. That was Jeff Comia. using his left hand for the layup. And we have a timeout on the floor. Abante ang Davao Occidental 13-7.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Alright, these were the results of the last game day kahapon sa Inaris Montalban. Zamboanga winning over Bacolod. Marikina notching their first win against Quezon City. And then the comeback victory ng San Juan kontra Rizal. And Rizal suffering their third straight loss, Javi.
The Golden Coolers have been actually kind of building a rivalry with this San Juan Knights squad over the past 2 years.
Special deal from MonexBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Oh no, binawian ng San Juan tong Rizal because if you remember, Season 6 sa Phil Oil Eco Oil Center, it was Rizal able to notch a win over San Juan.
That was a triple overtime game. That was a crazy back and forth. I didn't think that it was gonna end.
Escocio called for that foul. So Galicia will troop to the line for 2 shots. Jacob Galicia had 10 points in their last game against the Quezon Huskers.
One of only 2 guys in double figures for Pasig City in that game. He had 9 points in the second half, but was very efficient from the field in that game. Pero yung iba niyang teammates, medyo minalas in that game. Talking about Chito Jaime and Robbie Manalang. And these 2 guys have to be at the forefront of the offense along with Mark Montuano and Jerome Garcia.
So now a totally different unit inside para dito sa Davao Occidental. Escobedo fires a free. Doesn't get the bounce. Escocio cleans it up. And Davao now ahead by 7.
This is what I was pointing out at the top of our coverage, that it's important for Pasig City to finish possessions with that defensive rebound. Because, again, the defense doesn't really mean anything if you don't finish it with a defensive rebound.
And nothing really happening on that offensive set by Pasig City. But Fresh 14 on their shot clock. I think mayroong problema with regards to, not sure if it's the clock.
I think
They
it's
scored.
the scoreboard.
The scoreboard, tama. So hindi nag-update, no? But this is our official score, 15-8. We'll pause for a break. We'll be back.
para sa atlitang Pilipino.
Para sa kabataang Pilipino.
Para sa kababaihan, para sa pamilyang Pilipino.
Para sa kinabukasan. At ito po ang MPBL Party List number 77 sa balota.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa sa 100% Pinas.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Ang hirap ng buhay na pinagdaanan ko, ayaw kong madaanan ng bawat pamilyang Pilipino. Kaya I hope na ang ating bansa umunlad, magkaisa tayo, ipagdasal natin ang ating mga leader dahil walang imposible sa Panginoon pag tayo ay nagdarasal. Nung ako ay naupong senador, hindi ko po talaga kinompromise yung posisyon ko kasi yung commitment ko sa taong bayan, manatiling commitment ko sa kanila habang ako'y pinagkakatiwalaan at nagsiservisyo sa gobyerno.
Masakit lang isipin, Mr. President, na ang programa na para sa mga mahihirap, tapos may mga tao na kumokontra. Kasi pagka maganda yung ginagawa para sa mga mahihirap, dahil kalaban ka, kukontrahin ka. Nakakabuti naman sa taong bayan. Pagkakalaban ka, ganun. Kaya walang progreso, walang kaunlaran ang bansa natin dahil after ng administration ng isang leader, pag mapalitan siya, hindi pagpatuloy yung programa niya na maganda para sa taong bayan. Pagkatapos naman ng isa, yung magandang programa niya, mahinto na naman, ibang programa na naman. Bakit hindi natin suportahan? Kahit na ba, ang isang politiko, ang puso para talaga sa taong bayan o tumulong, kung maganda yung programa, dapat suportahan na lang. Ang problema, laging hindi maganda, laging hindi maganda, laging hindi maganda. Lahat ba yung mga programa ng mga nakaraang leaders ay hindi maganda? Pagdating sa mga mahihirap, nasasaktan ako pagka binabati ko yung mga programa para sa kanila. Diyan ako galing sa pagiging mahirap, yung walang makain sa isang araw. Naranasan ko yun. Kaya ako, anumang narating ko, anumang pera, anong halaga ang nakamtan ko sa buhay, hindi mahalaga para sa akin yan. Ang importante, makatulong ako sa taong bayan, makatulong ako sa kapwa ko. We came to this world naked and we will depart alone and naked. Wala tayong madalala.
Back with us here inside the Calasiao Sports Complex. And the reason behind that lull was the malfunction sa ating scoreboard. So naayos na po yan. So the official score is 15-8 for the Davao Occidental Tigers under 3 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. Mark Montuano, bagyang na libre but can't get it to fall.
And that's his spot.
Has been playing well in his last 2 games. Escobedo could not connect. Tatakbo muli this time itong Pasig City. Behind the back dribble by Robbie Manalang. Stops on the dime. Draws a foul. Manalang missed their opening game against Paranaque. Pero nag-struggle nga siya, no? In their last game against the Quezon Huskers, only 3 points, 1 out of 10 shooting from the field. Though versus Bulacan, he had a double-double, 11 points, 11 assists. First free throw is good for Robbie Manalang. Back with Pasig after spending some time with Binyan, as we would like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
And of course, Robbie Manalang, one of the original Pasig City players. And he has been very loyal to this franchise of Pasig City. Just took a leave of absence past 2 years. And now that Pasig City is back, Robbie is also back.
Perumingan, nahanap si Wawi Escosio, pumukol sa 3. Left it short. The rebound going to Pasig City. Manalang. He attacks. Swing pass. J-Cars almost lost it. Garcia, laban kay Tumalip. Manalang fires a 3. No good. Running start for Escobedo. Pulls it back out. Now he has Montuano on him. They go to the post. Escosio gets it back. Battle for the ball. It will stay with Davao Occidental.
That's nice recovery defensively para sa Pasig City. Naiwan si Jacob Galicia to fend for position with Wawi Escosio previously, but Mark Montuano and the rest were able to recover.
Pause for break. Davao ahead by 5.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilinis. sa 100% Pinas.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Back with us here sa bayan ng Calasiao, sa lalawigan ng Pangasinan. Davao Occidental versus Pasig City. And this is their first meeting in almost 6 years because if you remember, Pasig took a leave of absence last season. Itong Davao naman came back last season after missing seasons 4 and 5. So let's see here, two teams have always been contenders here in the MPBL. Especially itong Davao who won a championship back in season 3. The rebound by Christian Rivera. That ball intercepted. Numbers here for Davao Occidental. It ends up with Wawi Escosio.
It could have been an easy basket already para sa Pasig City. Di nakita agad ni Christian Rivera si Jacob Galicia who was the one leaking out ahead of the pack. Instead, it led to an easier bucket para sa Davao Occidental. Wawi Escosio getting the 2 points.
Field goal shooting, 7 out of 18 for Davao Occidental. That's only the 4th field goal make para dito sa Pasig City.
I love how Jacob Galicia has been a workhorse inside the paint para dito sa Pasig, giving them another offensive option in the half court.
Escobedo, he attacks. Nilabas papunta kay Tumalip. Loves that spot, makes that free.
All he needs is just a little space. And Tumalip always a sharp shooter from the outside.
8-point lead for the Tigers. Garcia. Laban kay TH Tumalip. Bounce pass again. Galicia sidesteps. Gets bumped by Chris De Chavez.
I thought that he had an opening already with that left hand, but decided to make that sidestep to try and finish with the right hand. But nonetheless, that's still great execution of the two-man game.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Galicia at the line.
And already looking to surpass his total from the last game. Just here in the first quarter alone. Already with 8 points. Ito si Jacob Galicia. He has been the bright spot offensively for this Pasig City team that has been struggling from the field outside of him.
In each and every game, he has increased his output. 4 points against Bacolod, 7 points, 7 rebounds laban sa Bulacan. And laban nga sa Quezon, 10 points, 6 rebounds. 7 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Ball poke loose. Asidre not recognizing that time was winding down. And first quarter comes to a close. Davao Occidental with a solid start against Pasig City. And Davao with TH Tumalip coming off the bench. Others have chipped in and really generating offense para dito sa Tigers.
Chito Jaime had a good start para dito sa Pasig City after turning the ball over in his first touch of the basketball. Came in to score 5 points, but it was a team effort for Davao to start this game, led by the efforts of Joseph Terso. Jeff Comia was also very aggressive in looking for his shot. Keith Agovida was very happy with setting up his teammates, and that's why the Tigers have been able to maintain this advantage.
Davao in front over Pasig City 20-14 at the end of quarter number 1.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
back at the Calasiao Sports Complex for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abisamis. Coach Arvin Bonleon, as we know, has been through the ups and downs of the Tigers through the years. And for sure, he is definitely one of the guys that has been imposing on Davao to still be a playoff team this season as he sits as head coach once again. He has put up a team full of role players that he would like to push to be better scorers and shooters. He specifically talked about Harold Arboleda, Keith Agovida, Joseph Terzo, and Jeff Comia. One way or another, these players have done wonders for their former teams, which he believes would be his best assets this season. He also likes how they were tested early against Parañaque and Nueva Ecija, a great way to start the real work, as we can see. Ken and Javi?
Maraming salamat, Mika. And ito si Coach Arvin has been there, not only as a coach, as a team manager, and he mentioned those important pieces, Harold Arboleda, and those guys na nabanggit ni Mika, Javi. Iba-iba yung skill sets na pwedeng dalhin para dito sa Davao Occidental.
Correct. And also, just the experience that they bring to the table is very important, especially because this Davao roster also bringing in some young guns this year. And these guys, Keith Agovida, Harold Arboleda, Joseph Terzo, yan pa lang si Agovida at si Joseph Terzo, already former champions with this Davao Occidental team. And I'm sure with them being picked again by this Davao roster this year, it gives them much pleasure to try and deliver another championship to this franchise.
And Harold Arboleda was a former rival of theirs, having played for Zamboanga. Yes. And, you love that, syempre, nag-advance na rin sila in terms of age, but the IQ, the smarts are still there for those types of players, Javi.
They age gracefully, these guys that we mentioned, as we see that three-pointer from Tricky Peromingan. And Tricky Peromingan, the young guns, Brix Ramos, who is also on the floor as well para dito sa Davao Occidental Tigers at this moment, would very much benefit from the kind of guidance that Arboleda, Terzo, and Agovida can give.
Hot shooting from the outside so far for Davao Occidental. They're 6 out of 11 from beyond the arc, including this one. But first, this was the foul against Chris De Chavez. Ito yung tres, galing kay Tricky Peromingan. Former Adamson Falcon. Just played 1 year for Adamson, if I'm not mistaken. 1 and done. Mark Montuano at the line. Established his new career high of 26 points in their game against Bulacan.
That was a big reminder to the rest of the league that I am not yet fizzling out. I'm still here to contend with the best of them. Talking about Mark Montuano. As we remember, Montuano was part of that Bacoor City Strikers squad that went to the championship. But of course, that featured a lot of other guys in his position. Kaya nawalan siya ng playing time. Sometimes he would be on the inactive roster. Pero alam naman natin na si Mark Montuano, one of the more talented bigs here in the league.
Free throw of the game brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. 2 out of 3 on that trip. Ito si Mark Montuano, cuts the lead down to 10. 26-16. Brix Ramos playing his first game for Davao Occidental. Joseph Terzo on the left side using that abrigo screen. Gets it to Noel Bonleon. Back to Brix Ramos. 6 seconds on their shot clock. Ramos, he attacks. Wild shot. Rebound, Mark Montuano.
Might have been a bad shot there, but Brix Ramos has the tools to be a dominant guard here in the league. He has the height, he has the athleticism, and he has the IQ.
How about this layup? And Davao back on top by 12. Salubre was free on the other end, turning defense into offense.
And that has been the theme for Davao Occidental here in the first half. Their defense fueling their offense. You see here the steal, the active hands in the passing lanes by Janser Salubre.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Play. On-the-go speaker, take your music anywhere. May timeout ang Pasig City. They're behind 28-16.
Nangipag Para sa 100% pag-unlad 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Hati mo, si Manny!
Tate sumalip. Last game versus Nueva Ecija, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, hit 4 threes, and doing his damage in the second half. And very important for him to get it going here, especially without Val Chauca today. And so far, perfect shooting from the field, 6 points.
He really trying to lead Davao out of that hole against Nueva Ecija in the second half. 4 of the 7 threes in the game for Davao belong to TH Tumalip alone, and Davao had 34 attempts from downtown in that game against the Rice Vanguards.
More than 2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Lester Tamayo also playing his first game for Pasig City. Homegrown po ito. Warlo Batak also getting his first appearance. Has played the first 3 games for Pasig. Rocky Asidre gets bumped by Salubre.
Unable to control his momentum there as he tried to close out on Asidre.
14 seconds on their shot clock. Pido sends it to Warlo Batak. And a steal here by Davao Occidental. Brix Ramos onto the front court. Working against Warlo Batak, gets blocked by Lester Tamayo.
That's excellent help defense there by Lester Tamayo. Good explosive move to the basket by Brix Ramos, but decelerating, it gave time for Tamayo to rotate over and block the shot.
Lamang pa rin ang Davao Occidental dito by 12. Brix Ramos offering that screen. Catches the pass from Abrigo. Bonleon, short. Salubre swoops in and lays it up and in.
Janser Salubre has impacted this game without having to demand the basketball, using his energy and his hustle on the defensive end, getting those loose balls.
Warlo Batak going right at Bonleon. Draws a foul. Aldrin Morante. Warlo Batak will troop to the line. He also struggled against the Quezon Huskers after a good showing in the first couple of games. Played for Bulacan State University from Malolos, Bulacan. Pasok yung kanyang unang free throw.
A very athletic wing. If he can improve his ball handling and also develop a more consistent outside shot, Warlo Batak could be an even more dangerous player to deal with here in the league.
Almost had that highlight dunk. He went up against the much bigger Ugpad of Bulacan.
Oh yeah, oh my.
So may foul labang dito sa Pasig. Parang ganito yung nangyari sa ila against Quezon, no? Just, they're having those brief lulls while giving up naman, no, yung opensa dito sa kalaban. This time against Davao Occidental.
Well, somewhat understandable to have these lulls offensively, especially it's early in the season and kamakailan lang naman sila naging isang team. And they're playing under a new system, under a new head coach in Aldrin Morante. So a lot of adjustments, a lot of chemistry development on the side of Pasig City. But they have the tools to become a very competitive team here in the league. Rocky Asidre provides them with outside shooting and lethal scoring as well. I believe that Rocky Asidre still has some better days to come here in the league. He hasn't had much opportunity the past couple of years, but I am in full trust that Asidre can see some shinier days in his career.
Now they get a stop. Chance here to make this a single-digit lead. Asidre from the other side gets it to go!
Right on cue. Thank you, Rocky, for not making me look bad.
6-0 run by Rocky Asidre alone. And finding the range early, this three-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
Now this is excellent ball movement on the two-man game. Robbie Manalang working with Lester Tamayo, and on the roll, Tamayo deciding to locate ito si Rocky Asidre. Also on the other side, so 2 threes in succession for the former Arellano Chief.
Lead down to 7, 30-23.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MV! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Next 3 games of Pasig City. On the 29th of April, kalaban nila Zamboanga Sikat. May 3 against the defending champs, Pampanga Giant Lanterns. On the 7th, they will take on the Binyan Tatakgel Beast Motorcycle Tires.
Quite a schedule ahead for Coach Aldrin Morante and his boys. The season really ramping up already for Tropang Pasig.
Pido was pushed, fell down on the floor, collided with Jeff Comia. So si Comia yung mapipituan ng foul doon. Over itong Davao, over the limit. So 2 shots for Keith Pido. Keith Pido, their second leading scorer, 11.5 points a contest. Missing on the first free throw.
Only had 9 in their game against Quezon. It was actually very efficient from the field, 3 out of 4, but he did play close to 27 minutes sa laro na yun.
Na-stuck yung bola sa ilalim ng net. Keith Pido, he did have 6 assists and 3 steals in that game. And he's being probably groomed here as their lead point guard in the season.
Dahil si Robbie, tweener yan eh. He can play the 1 and the 2 spot. I think Manalang is really more of a shooting guard than a point guard.
Arboleda fires a free. And Davao Occidental has missed their last few three-point shots, enabling Pasig City to crawl their way back. 7 unanswered points for Tropang Pasig.
This is a very potent offensive unit that Pasig City has on the floor.
Gito Jaime, catch and shoot, gets it to go.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
It's only Lester Tamayo who is unable to hit the outside shot. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong because Lester Tamayo hasn't seen action in a while. So maybe makikita natin kung makaka-attempt si Lester mamaya. But all of these players on the floor, capable outside shooters for Pasig City.
Jeff Comia almost losing it. Perso, long free, way off. Jeff Comia trying to get it back. And the putback attempt is no good, but there was a foul.
Hard to tell from our angle. It seems that Comia hung in the air and adjusted his shot a bit. Kaya medyo naabutan siguro. But even Coach Aldrin Morante is saying that it was all ball by Lester Tamayo.
So Jeff Comia will troop to the line. Played for New Era University, Jeff Comia. And during the trip we've had with Coach Mike has been raving about how he was really outstanding as he was trying to move up the ranks and now finally finding himself as a main cog dito sa MPBL.
mahirap kalaban to si Jeff Comia.
Kalaban mo ba to?
Hindi, buti na lang. Imagine having to deal with Jeff Comia the entire game. Ibang klaseng pagod yung mararamdaman mo because this guy is relentless.
Yeah.
He just goes at it again and again. And buti nga ngayon medyo nag-tone down na eh kasi syempre medyo nagkaroon na ng experience. Kasi syempre pag bata ka tapos ganyan yung laro mo, talagang sige ka lang ng sige.
Para siyang Tasmanian Devil.
Mismo, yeah. That's a nice comparison.
Baseline inbound para sa Pasig City. 5-point lead by Davao. Fadeaway jumper by Chito Jaime. He's got it going here in the second quarter.
So ito na yung hinahanap ni Coach Alden Morante kay Chito Jaime, and I'm sure his other teammates also expecting this kind of game from him as well. Nasabi na nga natin kanina, it was only going to be a matter of time before he gets this kind of game.
Na-dislodge yung pivot foot ni Keith Agovida.
Baseline inbound here, coming off the screen. Rocky Asidre enabling the path there para kay Chito Jaime on the second movement for the catch and shoot opportunity.
Kipido, that one rolls out. We're seeing some nice sets in the last few sequences para dito sa Pasig City.
I think Lester Tamayo has been a very important piece of this unit. May not be the guy scoring the basketball, but he's been setting some good screens. And on the defensive side, he's really been the enforcer defensively. He's been getting the loose balls and helping protect the basket para dito sa Pasig City. Kung si Jacob Galicia, yung kanilang workhorse kanina sa first quarter, ngayon pumalit si Lester Tamayo. Halos pareho lang yung binibigay na effort, and it's been very positive for Pasig City.
Ito, true and blue Pasigueño. Ito si Lester Tamayo. That's the lead down to 2, 32-30. Under 3 minutes remaining. Susugod si Jeff Comia. Masyado malakas yung kanyang layup. May foul na itatawag laban sa Davao Occidental. Penalty na sila. So, pagkakataon na makatabla para dito sa Pasig City. Tamayo back at the line. John Lee Balin comes in.
The fouls have also dimmed the performance of Davao Occidental here in this second quarter. And for the whole game, they've given already 15 free throw attempts to Pasig City.
Mr. Tamayo cans the first free throw. Lead for Pasig Catholic College. Si Lester Tamayo. Sablay yung pangalawa. So, abante pa rin ang Davao Occidental. 32-31. 14-2 run by Pasig City. Agovida. He attacks under duress. Whips a pass to Arboleda. CH Tumalip for free. Short. Agovida snares down the offensive board and scores on the putback.
Finally made basket in the half court para dito sa Davao Occidental. Pasig City has done a wonderful job on their switches, not allowing the disadvantages on the matchups to negate their defensive possessions, and their offense has been flowing.
Under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. That free ties it up at 34 apiece. Balin shuffled his feet. Lester Reyes will come back in for Pasig City.
Robbie Manalang with that little hang dribble to throw Keith Agovida a little off timing, and then a step back for the three-point shot.
Umikot si Pido, nilabas papunta kay Jaime. Can't get them the lead.
A good line on the shot. Medyo maganda lang talaga yung pagka-cover doon ng depensa at the force Chito Jaime into that high looper.
Oh, sidestep beauty but can't finish. And to make matters worse, a foul by Keith Agovida.
That's gonna be the second against Agovida.
now Pasig City has a chance to take their first lead of the afternoon.
And they managed to turn things around here in the second quarter.
Davao Occidental leading by as many as 14 points. But Pasig City came roaring back. Pido at the line. Gets that one to trickle in. Tagal nito na naglaro for Coach Mike Sagigit.
Yes.
The Paranaque Patriots.
Also a former Perpetual Health Altus player. So from college until the MPBL.
Yan yung scoring natin this quarter. +8 ang Pasig City. Davao Occidental, their turn to play catch-up here. DH Tumalip. Oh, intercepted. Pido. Libreng-libre. He is gone on the other end.
The reason why Coach Mike Sagigit loved Keith Pido so much, he has incredible defensive instincts.
Escobedo thought that Valen was gonna go up for the shot after whipping that gorgeous feed. Instead, they turned the ball again. Manalang gets it to Rocky Asidre for free. Yes!
This is a very dangerous sight to behold for Davao Occidental. Ken Manalang, Chito Jaime, Rocky Asidre, all feeling good offensively here in this second quarter.
Escobedo, way off. Rocky Asidre connecting on his third triple of the half. What a comeback here by Pasig City. Jaime. And had a good line. And Pasig City finishing the quarter on a 24-4 run. And they have taken the lead here against the Davao Occidental Tigers. And Christian Chavez visibly frustrated. Davao Occidental needing to search for some answers at the huddle because they're down at the half, 41-34 against Pasig City.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas, 50 ka.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Para sa atlitang Pilipino.
Para sa kabataang Pilipino.
Para sa kababaihan, para sa pamilyang Pilipino.
Para sa kinabukasan. At ito po ang MPBL Party List number 77 sa balota.
Back at the Calasiao Sports Complex for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis, and right now I am joined by the team owner of Pasig, Sir Buddy Encarnado. Sir, ang ganda ng simula ng Davao, no? But then you always tell me about the effort that you're looking for from your boys, no? Collective effort, and that's exactly what we saw in this first half, and now you are on top of this game.
We had a long talk yesterday. I kept telling the boys, forget about winning. What I want to see is when you dive into the ball, when you make those extra stop, when you go one-on-one with your man. If I see that, then we will win. Winning will come naturally. But let's not put that in our heads until such time that we do the basic of basketball. Defending and making sure that you are aggressive all the way through.
And clearly, that was great motivation, ano, sir? Tignan nyo naman ang nangyari sa kanila dito sa first half. Now, sir, meron po ba kayong mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Well, basically, I'd like to greet the people of Pasig. They have been cheering for this team. I know we are not yet at our peak. We will try to do our best to ensure that the first thing that we do is go into the next phase. Although, mind you, Group A, have anybody 1 to 10 can be the champion, and we want to make sure that we inch our way through 1 to 10. So thank you so much, and we will try our best.
Right. Maraming salamat for that motivation once again, Sir Buddy Encarnado, the team owner of Pasig. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Ang hirap ng buhay na pinagdaanan ko, ayaw kong madaanan ng bawat pamilyang Pilipino. Kaya I hope na ang ating bansa umunlad, magkaisa tayo, ipagdasal natin ang ating mga leader dahil walang imposible sa Panginoon pag tayo ay nagdarasal. Nung ako ay naupong senador, hindi ko po talaga kinompromise yung posisyon ko kasi yung commitment ko sa taong bayan, manatiling commitment ko sa kanila habang ako'y pinagkakatiwalaan at nagsiservisyo sa gobyerno.
Masakit lang isipin, Mr. President, na ang programa na para sa mga mahihirap, tapos may mga tao na kumokontra. Kasi pagka maganda yung ginagawa para sa mga mahirap, dahil kalaban ka, kukontrahin ka. Nakakabuti naman sa taong bayan. Pagkakalaban ka, ganun. Kaya walang progreso, walang kaunlaran ang bansa natin dahil after ng administration ng isang leader, pag mapalitan siya, hindi ipagpatuloy yung programa niya na maganda para sa taong bayan. Pagkatapos naman ng isa, yung magandang programa niya, mahinto na naman, ibang programa na naman. Bakit hindi natin suportahan? Kahit na ba, ang isang politiko, ang puso para talaga sa taong bayan o tumulong, kung maganda yung programa, dapat suportahan na lang. Ang problema, laging hindi maganda, laging hindi maganda, laging hindi maganda. Lahat ba yung mga programa ng mga nakaraang leaders ay hindi maganda? Pagdating sa mga mahihirap, nasasaktan ako pagka binabatikos yung mga programa para sa kanila. Diyan ako galing sa pagiging mahirap. Yung walang makain sa isang araw. Naranasan ko yun. Kaya ako, anumang narating ko, anumang pera, anong halaga ang nakamtan ko sa buhay, hindi mahalaga para sa akin yan. Ang importante, makatulong ako sa taong bayan, makatulong ako sa kapwa ko. We came to this world naked, and we will depart alone and naked. Wala tayong madalala. Iiwanan natin lahat yan. Ipaglalaban ko ang karapatan ng mga mahirap na tao.
Atin itong bansa, gusto ko po na tayong lahat nagtutulungan para umunlad ang ating bansa, para umasinso ang bawat Pilipino. Mga kababayan ko, mga nagsiservisyo sa gobyerno, magkaisa tayo. Isipin natin na ang mga kababayan natin nagugutom, nahihirapan. Yung iba, walang sariling tahanan, natutulog sa kanila lamang. Tayo, lahat ay pari-parihong tao, may puso na nararamdaman. Naway, bawat isa sa atin, lahat tayo, accountable tayo pagharap natin sa Panginoon. Lagi kong sinasabi, kahit ano pa, kayaman mo, kahit ikaw pa pinakasikat sa buong mundo, pag namatay tayo, wala tayong madadala kahit piso. Ang Manny Pacquiao, walang karapatan magyabang kahit kanino. Dahil galing po ako sa hirap. Therefore, ang aking gagawin, tutulungan yung mga kasama kong naiiwan doon sa laylayan. Tutulungan sila. Ang dasal ko palagi sa kanila na umasinso din sila sa buhay at makaahon din, guminhawa sa buhay. Kaya tayo lahat, mga kababayan ko, sama-sama tayo, magkaisa tayo para sa tagunlad ng ating bansa, tayong lahat magtutulungan.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Our score at the half, 34 for the Davao Occidental Tigers and 41 for Pasig City. And Davao Occidental was pretty much in front for majority of the first 2 quarters until that last couple of minutes where Pasig City made their run, Javi.
Yeah, and the second quarter was really all Pasig City. They were able to outscore Davao Occidental 27-14. And if you look at the numbers here, Davao Occidental was actually shooting better from the field in that first quarter before Pasig City went on that great offensive rhythm in the second quarter. Chito Jaime, Robbie Manalang, Rocky Isidre, also Lester Tamayo finding their strides. That unit on the floor was really instrumental in this team going in front against Davao Occidental. And these two teams actually did not shoot well from the three-point line in their previous games, but they have been putting up good percentages here in this game. Sa first half pa lang, we're gonna see if that's gonna continue. But it was really the fouls also of Davao Occidental that dampened their performance in that second quarter, gave a lot of opportunity for Pasig City to make free throws and also take the lead.
Leading scorers for Davao Occidental, Jeff Comia with 7, 6 points apiece. For Joseph Terso and TH Tumalip. For Pasig City, Rocky Isidre and Jacob Galicia each with 9, 8 points naman para kay Chito Jaime, and Keith Pido has 5 points.
Jacob Galicia helped keep Pasig City out of a deep hole in the first quarter with those 9 points, and then come the second quarter, Isidre, Manalang, and Jaime all contributing to put Pasig City in the driver's seat.
Starting the third quarter for Davao Occidental, Keith Agovida, Wawi Escocio, Jeff Comia, TH Tumalip, and Joseph Terso. Agovida. The hand off to Jeff Comia. Escocio flashes middle, and he gets hacked on his way up.
Yep, that was a tap by Lester Reyes on the arm of Wawi Escocio. Could have been good defense until he put down his right arm.
Wawi Escocio, the former CESAFI Rookie of the Year and MVP. Playing for University of Visayas. Sablay yung kanyang unang free throw. Coach Arvin Bonleon. Escocio playing with Leonard Santillan, and they made their run sa CESAFI. Sablay yung dalawang free throw.
Post-June Mar Fajardo na ito.
Oo. Rocky Isidre is joined by Robbie Manalang, Chito Jaime, Lester Reyes, and Keith Pido. Chito Jaime, he drives. That one was rejected by Keith Agovida.
Good effort to recover defensively there para kay Keith Agovida. Got beat initially on the closeout and still was able to block the shot of Chito Jaime.
Davao Occidental was shooting really well to start this game. 6 out of 11 before missing their last 6 attempts from the outside. Chito Jaime. Good thing for Davao. Ito si Keith Agovida able to poke that ball loose. One-hander by Comia does not work. Tapik na punta kay Rocky Isidre. Forward pass to Chito Jaime. Nilabas kay Rocky for free. Off the heel. And Comia taps it to Joseph Terso. Terso, laban kay Manalang. Keith Agovida, bounce pass inside. Escocio gets blocked. Wawi again. Ooh, Jaime is down after getting hit by Wawi Escocio.
I think Escocio is saying that he was hit on the chin. Ayun, no? Actually, it was a series of back and forth between the two. before Jaime was decked.
So our game officials reviewing that last sequence. Both teams yet to score in this quarter. And Wawi Escocio, Chito Jaime, both veterans for their respective squads. Ito, malalaman na natin mula kay Richard Tampos yung magiging hatol dito.
Foul number 28, Chito Jaime is first. Warning on Davao Occidental, number 6, Wawi Escocio for unsportsmanlike behavior.
Oh, so it's Wawi.
Maswerte si Chito Jaime na di siya natawagan ng warning. And there you see, Davao has been scoreless for almost 4 minutes. Bridging the second and third quarters.
Exo. Locating Keith Agovida. Release pass to TH Tumalip. Supply na naman yung tira nila sa labas. Robbie Manalang will settle things down for Pasig City. Manalang, able to elude Wawi Escocio and scorching the net on that mid-range jumper.
Impressive crossover to split the defense by Robbie Manalang, and then stopping on a dime, pulling up near the free throw line for that perimeter jumper.
This is currently a 26-4 run for Pasig City. Asidre whips a pass to Chito Jaime. Floats one up, no good, gets it back, gets it in!
I love the second effort that these Pasig City players have been showing. Off a missed shot, they're always threatening to go for that offensive rebound. Just like in that last play, Chito Jaime following up his own shot. That was a short floater, and then he got his own miss, was able to get it back inside. But also defensively, you love the way that they're recovering when they get beat.
Davao is down by double digits, 45-34. 24-point turnaround by Pasig City. They were down in the second quarter, 30-17. But now they find themselves ahead by 11 as we see the bench points. Also a huge story favoring Pasig City, 30-17. And the guys like Rocky Asidre have been vital dito sa comeback ng Pasig City.
Robbie Manalang as well.
Shot.
Those two guys really helping this bench unit put on a lot of production.
Actually, si Robbie Manalang came off the bench this time for Pasig City. So it's been those two guys carry the scoring load. Meanwhile, Davao Occidental almost 5 minutes scoreless. Rex Ramos, the pass to Tricky Peromingan. Wala pa din. Tricky gets it. And that shot does not work by Salubre.
Even the open looks for Davao have not been falling, but for the Tigers, all they have to do is continue. I love that their bench is egging them on. It's gonna fall for them. The execution, kailangan lang nila ituloy.
This has been a lengthy drought now for the Tigers. 5 minutes without a basket. Manalang has the speed advantage against Escocio. Great pass. Jaime in rhythm. Can't get it to go. And he was whistled for that foul. 6 minutes and 35 seconds remaining here in the third. Davao Occidental has yet to score in this quarter. Montuano comes in. Gian Abrigo, nasa loob na din. So panibagong unit na ito para dito kila Coach Arvin Bonleon. But one thing going for Davao Occidental is Pasig City is already in penalty. As you'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Pasok yung unang free throw. That stops that drought by the Davao Occidental Tigers.
Salubre had a couple of baskets in the first half, both off of loose balls.
Split. But Salubre gets it back. Rex Ramos against Rocky Asidre. Salubre tries a corner three. And finally, after missing their last 7 attempts, they connect once again from three.
I'd love to see if Rex Ramos can orchestrate this team to a comeback. Talking about Davao Occidental.
45-38. Manalang. Mark Montuano fakes, gets it back to Robbie Manalang. No hesitation on that three, no good. Oh, another great forward pass, pero nasubsob si Salubre doon.
Too fast for his own good there. But you love the energy that Salubre has been giving the Tigers here in this game. Sayang, this could have been an automatic 2 points.
Keith Agovida has been really good with those kinds of passes.
Oh yeah. One of the best in the league.
Manalang, the slight Hesi getting to the paint. Christian Rivera. Yung pasa papunta kay Lester Tamayo and he drills in a jumper.
The ball movement has been impressive for Pasig City here in the third quarter. The unselfishness once again of Rivera finding the open man. That time it was Lester Tamayo who shows us the touch from the perimeter.
Rex Ramos. Abrigo having trouble. Ramos peeks at the clock. He fires a three. Way off, rebound, Lester Tamayo.
I understand that he's been working on that outside shot. That has always been one of the points in his game that has really been suspect. At Robbie Manalang's outside shooting has been there ever since.
Oo naman. Robbie Manalang, a gunslinger for Pasig City. Lead back up to double digits. Is now at 12 points, 50-38.
That's a travel, yep.
Yeah. Basically, Tosik Agovida had nowhere to go on that trip.
What Pasig City has been doing here, as we take a look at this, Manalang a few inches away from the three-point line, still able to knock it down. What Pasig City has been doing defensively, whenever it's Keith Agovida who has the basketball, turnover story right there on your screens, 8-3, is they have been baiting him to make a move. They've been giving him space to drive, pero isasalubungin nila si Keith Agovida right when he makes a move towards the paint. Montuano scoring there para sa Pasig City.
And it's up to Davao Occidental how to adjust dito sa defensive scheme na pinapakita so far nitong Pasig City. Another steal and a foul against Davao.
The active hands as well on the passing lanes. Always see one or two defensive ploys ready to try and get in between that pass.
Chris De Chavez comes in, replacing Gian Abrigo. This is the biggest lead now for Pasig City, actually for either squad, at 14 points. How things have shifted for Pasig City.
13 points in the game for the former Adamson Soaring Falcon. His confidence is through the roof right now.
De Chavez tries to answer, no. Rivera the rebound, Manalang with the basketball. Finds an opening. That time no good.
That Pasig City bench was ready to erupt.
Escobedo, the long strides. And he draws a foul. na totally itong opensiba ng Davao Occidental.
This was an offense that saw itself shooting around 50% in the first quarter, but it has now gone down to just 31.
This free throw of the game brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. And clearly, they're missing the services of Val Chauca. Would have been a good matchup, no? If we saw Val Chauca and Robbie Manalang.
Oh yeah, for sure. Two former Adamson Falcons. Two guards who gave a lot of glory to their alma mater during their days in the UAAP. They broke a lot of hearts in college.
Yeah. And practically mirror images of each other.
Correct. Kaliwete lang yung isa.
Oh. Rob Manalang. Release pass to Christian Rivera. The right side. The stunt there, and ito pwedeng i-take advantage ng Davao Occidental.
This was exactly the scenario that Pasig City was in the second quarter. Maaga na penalty in Davao, and Pasig City was able to post double-digit attempts in terms of free throws, which helped them get back into the game and eventually take the lead.
Former San Sebastian Stag, ito si Raymart Escobedo. Naglaro din for Coach Arvin.
Yes.
Against a season 100.
And now that wala si Val Chauca, this is a guy that could be thrust into the role that Val left in this game para sa Davao Occidental. He's a player who can get buckets in a hurry. Ito si Raymart Escobedo. He has been spectacular for the Tigers off the bench so far this year.
Foul against Chris De Chavez. As he tried to stop, ito si Christian Rivera.
That's number 3 on De Chavez. He thought he had all ball.
At ito na yung lethal 3-guard combination ni Coach Aldrin. Rocky Asidre, Keith Pido. Although si Manalang pala pinaltan ni Rocky Asidre.
Oh, I thought ipagsasabay ulit sila.
This guy is someone that needs to get going.
Yeah, Jerome Garcia.
Montuano falls down while taking that shot. Brix Ramos, straight line to the hoop. Cross contact against Jerome Garcia.
I admire the intention and yung pagka-decidido niya to go up hard on that drive to the basket. Nice lead pass there by Harold Arboleda. And he definitely possesses the strength and the athleticism to have attempts like that.
It's a good size, good length for a wing player. Ito si Brix Ramos.
Can actually play 1 to 4.
Nails both free throws. Lead down to 11. So a 6-0 run for Davao Occidental. It's Pasig's turn to be forced into a scoring drought here. Asidre up top. Hand off to Jerome Garcia. Balik kay Rocky Asidre. Walang anilangan sa tres. That's his 4th free.
He's got it on automatic. Each time he sees himself get an open look, he goes up for the shot and confidently makes it.
2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. Escobedo. Too strong. Rebound, Jacob Galicia.
3-point shooting for Davao here in the third quarter. Also not on target.
Pido surveying the floor against Jeff Comia. Up top again, Rocky Asidre. Playing with a lot of confidence right now. Pido. Another foul against Pasig. Free throws para dito sa Davao Occidental.
Always a very tough shot to attempt. That shot out of the fake, and then you lean in with that push shot. At here, Asidre getting the pass from Jerome Garcia. The hand of Ramos was up, but Asidre just needs a little bit of leeway to go up for a shot.
So 2 more shots at the line for Bricks Ramos. This time a miss. Again, just his first game for Davao Occidental. He played for Negros last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
He was responsible for their win against Pangasinan in Brenziao Convention Center. Nanalo sila, no? That was an upset win by Negros over Pangasinan.
Well, I think naman kay Bricks, consistency na lang ang kanyang kailangan problemahin. Because nakikita naman natin yung flashes of brilliance sa kanya, and he can do a lot of things on the floor. On the defensive end, he can make a lot of impact offensively. He has the tools to be a dominant offensive player. Kung mapapakita niya on a very consistent basis yung ganung klase ng contribution, he's gonna get a lot more playing time.
Reverse attempt by Lester Tamayo as he got pushed. Bricks Ramos pinagpahinga muna dito ni Coach Arvin Bonleon. Lester Tamayo at the line, his 5th and 6th attempts. Gets it in on the first one. Boss Bobby Encarnado, always proud of his teams that he's involved in. And remember that Pasig City team that went to the playoffs, featuring guys like Ryan Costello, Robbie Manalang. Mr. Tamayo giving Pasig City a 16-point lead. With Chavez for 3. Jagars the rebound. At ay pagkakataon ng Pasig City to establish their biggest lead on this trip. Pido. Facing a double team, almost a steal. Rocky Asidre trying to make them pay. But airballs a free.
Garcia was wide open on the left side.
50 seconds remaining here in the third. Escobedo has played a lot of minutes with the absence of Val Chauca today. Escobedo, fadeaway jumper. That one is good.
It's on him to try and generate some points, especially out of the breakdowns.
Jerome Garcia has yet to attempt a shot here. Pido. They draw the post. Oh, ball stolen away by Escobedo. 12 seconds remaining here in quarter number 3. Good pass leads to this bucket by Jeff Comia. Still time here. Pido from beyond half court. And the third quarter comes to an end. And Pasig City continuing their scoring onslaught here in this period. Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
Robbie Manalang, Rocky Asidre, Chito Jaime, even Lester Tamayo have been contributing greatly to the cause of Pasig City in this game. They have been looking like a well-oiled machine offensively. And on the defensive side, they have been providing great energy and anticipation.
Rocky Asidre has 12 points, and as a result, Pasig ahead heading to the fourth quarter by 12, 60-48 over Davao Occidental.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MP! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Check out this Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. Lamang pa rin po ang Pasig City sa pagpasok natin sa ating fourth period. At Robbie Manalang, scintillating performance so far. 13 points at 3 ang kanyang pinakawalan.
Yeah, after misfiring a bit in the first quarter, he really came alive, especially in the second and third periods. This is a game that he has used to really show Davao Occidental that Pasig City is a team.
Let's check in with Ms. Mika Abisamis.
Robbie Manalang has always been that spark in any team. Ang refreshing niya palagi tignan, di ba? After playing for Coach Boyet for 3 years, he is back with Pasig with a bunch of guys with a lot to prove, he said. Although he is still adjusting, first time actually he didn't go back home to the US but just basically lived in the gym to stay conditioned and relevant at 32. He likes this, being with guys that are all playing for pride. Rob is hoping to learn coaching and analyzing with us in the panel one day, ano? But not yet. He's still on fire. Ken, happy.
Oh, that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, Robbie, not too soon, okay? Huwag mawawalan ako ng trabaho.
Pwede naman magkasama kayo, Hamsi.
Pwede naman, pwede.
Diba? Of course, Rob Manalang certainly has really embraced being one of the go-to guys here para dito sa Pasig City. As dito quarter scoring, unang nakalabang itong Davao Occidental plus 6 in the first quarter, pero that big turnaround in the second, 27-14, nagpatuloy ng third, 19-14 in favor of Pasig City.
This is a good sign for the Tigers now that they're hitting their shots. This is just a 9-point lead, single-digit advantage. Very important now for Pasig City to stay composed through this pressure that Davao is trying to give them.
Rock Yasidre gets blocked by Jeff Comia. Manalang open free. Short. Inside is Lester Reyes, specialty of the house. Put back plus a foul.
Ang ganda rin talaga ng combination ng bigs na nakuha nitong Pasig City this year. They may not be the biggest names, but some of the hardest workers in the league. You saw Jacob Galicia earlier, Lester Tamayo. They were able to make a significant impact. Ito naman si Lester Reyes dito sa play na to.
Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. And Lester Reyes is actually their leading rebounder.
Ooh. Just not very good from the free throw line.
Yeah. But still, giving them back this 11-point lead, 62-51. Arboleda, sasalaksak. Muntik ng maagawan. De Chavez, tumalip. Oh, what a find. The last second dish. And count it plus a foul for Jeff Comia.
Unselfishness, the willingness to give up the basketball to the most open guy, Tage Tumalip, making that nice delivery to Jeff Comia.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
That's the only way you're gonna be able to beat a team that's very polished defensively. Alam mo naman na pwede mong i-expect yan galing sa lahat ng mga teams na kino-coach ni Coach Aldrin Morante. They have very good defensive principles, and the only way that you're gonna counter that throughout the game for the most part is for you to pass that basketball relentlessly.
Oh, Jeff Comia just leaving everyone in the dust.
And also by playing good defense yourself. That time, Tigers getting the steal and Comia getting out with the finish.
So now it's Davao Occidental's turn to try to mount a comeback attempt here. More than 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. From a high of 17, it's down to 7. Mojica, sablay yung 3.
And now it's Pasig City misfiring from the outside.
Verso will settle it down for the Tigers. Arboleda gets it back from Comia. He fires a 3. It's good! What a run here by Davao Occidental.
Just the first basket of this game by Harold Arboleda, and only his second attempt from the field sa laro na to. He has been very content with setting up his teammates. That time even made that corner pass, but he got the pass back, and that time di na siya nag-alinlangan. Libreng tira, pasok yan para kay Harold Arboleda.
Pause for a break. Pasig City ahead by 4, 62-58. Some of the fans in attendance in the Puto capital of the Philippines, sa bayan po ng Calasiao, sa lalawigan ng Pangasinan. And it's great to be back here. We've been here 7 times last season. And we check out the fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. That is Rian Gonzalez, the sister of Raven Gonzalez, who will play later on for Abra. And they will take on the Cebu Classic in our second game. Rian Gonzalez was a high school standout for De La Salle Zobel in volleyball. So yung pamilyang Gonzalez, no, talagang very athletic.
Saka matangkad.
Oo. Manalang, release pass to Montuano. The cut by Jaime. Puts it up. No good.
Pasig City has missed a series of shots here in the fourth quarter.
Davao Occidental in the midst of a 14-2 run. Gusto pa nilang dagdagan yan. Terzo lays it up and in.
One-on-one against Raquia Sidre. Joseph Terzo just a little between, and then the head and shoulder fake leading to the drive to the left.
Yan guys, scoring run. Itong Davao Occidental. Mark Montuano cashes in from mid-range.
Montuano only with his 6th point of the game. Out of the leading scorers of Pasig City, siya ang nahuhuli dito in terms of point production.
He came in with the highest scoring average so far this season for Pasig City. Terzo going right at Manalang. The pass to Arboleda, open free. That one bounces out. Jump ball situation. Possession arrow pointing to the side of Davao Occidental. Under 6 minutes remaining here. This was the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig, free installation for split type air conditioners.
That is where he is at his finest in the open floor, Jeff Comia.
Tres ni Escobedo, wala. Keith Pido comes away with it. Foul by Joseph Terzo, trying to stop that fast break attempt. First foul against Joseph Terzo. Just 4 points separating these two teams. 64-60 Pasig City. Sidre against TH Tumalip. Mark Montuano. The pass to Robbie Manalang. 8 seconds on their shot clock. Robbie working against Joseph Terzo. That ball was stolen away by TH Tumalip. Has one guy to beat. Lost it. And yep, turnover.
Raquia Sidre feeling the adrenaline of that defensive stop. That could have been an automatic 2 points already para sa Davao. TH Tumalip has been silent here in the second half. Only 6 points to show for. A little bit of everything para sa kanya sa laro na to. 4 rebounds, 3 assists as well. But he was the high point man for the Tigers in that game against Nueva Ecija. So you would have expected him to try and pick up from where he left off in that game.
Up and under, Lester Tamayo scores. Tumiling ng timeout ang Davao Occidental, using one of their 2 remaining timeouts. As we check out the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Ay, yung maganda dito sa Pasig City is mukhang lahat ng 5 sa sahig kumpiyansa na tumira.
And Pasig City with a 6-point lead, 66-60. We'll pause for a break.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Hati mo, si Manny!
Mark Montuano, nung nakarang laban nila against the Quezon Huskers, 13 points, 5 rebounds, almost 15 minutes of action. And today, bit struggling here, only 6 points, 40% shooting from the field.
He hasn't gotten a lot of touches in areas where he usually gets to generate his offense. But good thing that guys like Chito Jaime and Robbie Manalang have come alive here to help shoulder the offensive load.
Escobedo, the spin. The Chavez is open, but can't convert. Yung tapik, ay pasok. Aling dito kay Jeff Comia.
That was one of the things that I said na kailangan igihan ng Pasig City sa laro na to. It's securing those defensive rebounds, because these are what happen when Pasig City gives up those offensive rebounds. You give up second chance points, and now that they're up, they give an opportunity for the Tigers to get back into this game. And not just by the initial attacks offensively in their half-court sets, but by getting to those loose balls.
Pasig City with the basketball. 4-point lead. Montuano catches the pass. Manalang off that dribble handoff against Escobedo. Almost a turnover again. Manalang, whip through move. Asidre fires. Doesn't get a bounce. Another foul called against Pasig City.
It is standout box out by Christy Chavez on Mark Montuano. Ang hirap itulak ni Mark Montuano. But Christy Chavez able to find a way to help clear the defensive possession there for the Tigers.
Approaching the 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Davao Occidental wants to inch closer here. Jeff Comia, the high point man with 15. Ooh, and they were clearly not on the same page. He and Keith Agovida.
A lot of standing around there for the Tigers on that possession, waiting for Jeff Comia to make a move.
Tamayo. Backing down, Keith Agovida. Dami ng turnover ng Pasig in this quarter. Agovida trying to make them pay. Ball will stay on their side. And it's Pasig City having trouble with their offense here in the fourth period. Jeff Comia pulls it back out to Escobedo. 10 seconds on their shot clock. Manalang keeping an eye on him. Raymark. Kick out pass that Chavez has been trying that shot from the outside. It has not worked, but luckily for him, guys like Tumalip, Comia, really getting those offensive rebounds.
Everybody has to be on that same page in terms of blocking out their man. When I'm talking about Pasig City, it can't just be Lester Tamayo and Mark Montuano. Even the guards have to pay attention to those 50-50 balls when the shot goes up. When that shot goes off the rim, they have to be ready and box out, because the Tigers guards have been very active in chasing down those offensive rebounds, especially here in the second half.
Nakalapit na itong Davao Occidental. This is Down to 2, the lead, 66-64. Pido playing point guard duties here. Tamayo, his first game has earned a lot of minutes. Montuano, that one trickles in.
And nakita mo naman yung celebration by Mark Montuano after that made shot. He's been really trying to get going offensively here in the fourth quarter.
Terzo on the right side. Escobedo catches, fires, no good. Battle for the ball. Manalang snares it down for Pasig City. 2 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in the fourth. Tamayo, nasundutan, tatakbo dito ang Davao Occidental. Escobedo lays it up but doesn't get the basket. Counter attack by Pasig, Montuano, and gets the basket and one.
Great redemption run on that next possession after they gave up the turnover. Talking about Pasig City. Here, Pido going forward to Asidre, and then the extra pass by Rocky to Mark Montuano.
Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Back-to-back hits para dito kay Mark Montuano to help restore some order to the side of Pasig City. With just 2 minutes and 20 remaining here in this game.
Montuano making this a 3-possession ball game, 71-64.
So now 4 guys are in double figures para dito sa Pasig City.
Joseph Terzo drives right, getting past Robbie Manalang, and met at the rim by Mark Montuano, who gives up that foul. Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Montuano, that time the beneficiary of a good pass galing kay Lester Tamayo, who made that play happen by attacking his defense. Big-to-big action for Pasig City.
Pasok yung unang free throw ni Joseph Terzo. Second one does not go in. Tapikan ng bola, babalik sa Davao Occidental. Terzo. Comia, another offensive rebound. Oh, that pass too strong. Pido with a running start. Arboleda, challenging him, but Pido able to emerge and score.
And 2 different generations of perpetual help Altas players going at it right there on that previous play.
Arboleda fires a 3. Agovida tracks it down. Down low they go. Comia, the reverse, gets the bounce.
That's a basket that they need. This is just a 6-point lead. This is far from over, Ken.
Ball will stay with Pasig City. 1 minute and 36 remaining here in regulation. We have our Gixter great move of the game, born for greatness. Just Jeff Comia able to get it up and in. And now they get a steal. Stage to Malip. Oh, great look. Terzo now has 11. Second guy in double figures for Davao Occidental. And they cut this lead down to just 4 points. 73-69.
The Malip looking a pass to Comia. And nice vision right there by Jeff. Terzo saw that his man was caught ball watching, making the cut inside to make himself available for that pass.
We'll pause for a break. Pasig with the timeout here. Roque Asidre, the former Arellano chief, waxing hot here after struggling against Quezon. 12 points, And all his field goals coming from beyond the arc.
He was integral in Pasig City, taking over the driver's seat in that second quarter, and also helped Pasig City with some key baskets here in the third quarter. He's back on the floor para kay Coach Aldrin Morante. Let's see how Pasig City can try and respond with this rally that Davao Occidental is on right now.
Pasig City trying to hold on to this lead. Montuano in trouble. Pido bouncing it to Mark. Robbie Manalang gets it back from Rocky Asidre. Has TH Tumalip on him. He attacks. Scoop layup, no good. That ball did not hit the rim. Shot clock violation against Pasig City. Kakataon ulit na makadikit itong Davao Occidental. Someone is down on the floor. It's Joseph Terzo. But he is up now. Davao Occidental playing with a lot of pride. Joined in Season 2. Has not yet missed the playoffs here in the MPBL. In fact, they are the only team in history who has posted back-to-back records na sila yung first place, no, in their division. That was in Season 2 and 3. Season 2, they were 20-5. Lost to San Juan. Actually, that was the 1-year anniversary of that Game 5 in Davao where San Juan won against Davao Occidental. Minute and 10 remaining here. Tumalip. Laban kay Rocky Asidre. Comia. Oh, the shimmy. Forcing that one up. Tapikan ng bola. Babalik sa Davao ang bola. Kusugod si Harold Arboleda. Kissing it off the glass and in.
Good thing Montano was not whistled or got a warning for a flop, but Harold Arboleda just continuing there on that play, unfazed by the defense that was thrown at him.
73-71. 46 seconds remaining. Keith Pido. Laban kay Jeff Comia. Gito Jaime catches that pass. Back to Keith Pido. Peeks at the clock. 5 seconds remaining on their shot clock. Robbie Manalang, catch and shoot. Just inside the arc. No good. Agovida snares it down. Chance here. Terzo lays it up and in.
Well, this first game of this triple header already living up to its billing.
And what a comeback here by Davao Occidental. You see here Harold Arboleda practically willing this one through. And then on the other side, you saw them turn defense into offense.
Gage Tumalip with the amazing find right there to Joseph Terzo, who once again did a good job of running the floor.
Go! Go! Wala ito ha. Ito kay Chito. Tapos takbo. Hand-off cheat. Okay? Baka pag hand-off, the bowling ka ha. Kakainindi yan. Penalty na rin sila ha. Penalty na rin sila. Oh, tapos dito tayo. Last shot tayo. 5 seconds. 5 seconds ha. Kakainindi yan. 5 seconds ha. 22 seconds. Sa atin yan. Tayo ha.
Kung sino makarebound,
ano na?
kung walang outlet,
Takbo na lang.
stop, atin yan!
Stop.
Well, you heard Atenyan from both teams. So, right now, Pasig City didn't really hear what Coach Aldrin drew up, but what we heard was they're gonna take the shot inside the final 5 seconds.
Davao still has 1 timeout left. And they have a foul to give. While Pasig, no more timeouts. They are in penalty. Although they have the chance to take the last shot of the quarter. Opting to inbound it onto the backcourt. Pido, laban kay Jeff Comia. 10 seconds remaining. Pido drives right. Oh! Stolen away by Tumalip. Has enough time. Comia! Oh! He was right there. Oh man. That was as close as it gets.
Well, he went early here, talking about Keith Pido. There was still about 7 seconds on the shot clock, and that angle just wasn't really right for him to make that pass to Chito Jaime. So from my understanding, if that was the huddle that Coach Aldrin had with his team, I think now we see that that play was for Chito Jaime. And Jeff Comia had all chances in the world to win this game and not give any chance for Pasig City to even have an answer. But we are going into overtime.
5 more minutes of this one. 73 all at the end of regulation.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Back with us here inside the Calasiao Sports Complex. Nandito po tayo sa bayan ng Calasiao sa lalawigan ng Pangasinan. Naimbag na rabii sa inyong mga Ilocanong nanonood, especially mga taga Pangasinan po. And you're enjoying this first game dahil po overtime po tayo agad. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. This is just our opening game. We still have 2 more games on tap. Cebu Classic versus Abra Weavers. And then Pangasinan will try to defend their home court against the 7-0 Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Another steal. This has been what Davao has been doing really well, playing those passing lanes here in the 4th quarter and overtime period.
Kung ano yung ginagawa ng Pasig City in that 2nd quarter, the way that they were able to anticipate a lot of the plays of Davao. The Tigers are now giving Pasig City a dose of their own medicine.
This was an 8-point lead with 1 minute and 55 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter, but Davao Occidental refusing to go away. And they have forced this one into overtime. Actually, had a chance to win it in regulation, but Jeff Comia muffed that layup just before the buzzer. 74-73. 4th overtime po natin dito sa ating 7th season. Kaka-overtime lang po namin ni Mr. Palanian nung nasa Orion po kami. That was...
So you really had to point it out na kasama mo ako.
Sorry. Sabi ko lang, enjoyable yung mga ano natin.
Tama naman, yeah.
O yun nga, 4th overtime. 2nd one this week.
And maybe more to come later.
Naku po. Tignan natin. Sabi naman natin wild ride po.
Yeah.
Itong
we did expect this. We did expect this. And I am not complaining at all.
TH Tumalip has been struggling. Can't get it to go. And very interesting here for Pasig City, inserting Christian Rivera here in the overtime period, as well as Jacob Galicia.
Well, the thing is, I think Coach Aldrin Morante really likes having Christian Rivera play alongside Robbie Manalang so that Rivera can take care of the playmaking duties so that Robbie can focus on the shot making.
Siya yung utility guy nila. Ito si Christian Rivera.
Yeah, if Davao has Brix Ramos, Pasig City has Christian Rivera.
Makakasingit lang ng shoutout. Shoutout to long-time Davao Occidental fan, Miss Ali De Mesa. congratulations on being a flight attendant. And probably watching this on the air. Pero itong Davao, may pagkakataon, nadagdagan yung kalamangan. Joseph Terzo has come up huge here in the second half.
Hindi na to bago para sa atin. Joseph Terzo, almost always very sensational in clutch periods. And for Pasig City, they have piled on the turnovers here in the fourth quarter and overtime. But that's definitely a welcome sign para sa kanila, and that ties the game up at 76-all.
5-3 na para kay Rocky Asidre for a total of 15 points. Another deadlock here, 76-all. 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here. Joseph Terzo fires, scores from beyond the arc.
Joseph Terzo, you knew that it was gonna be something by his hand kung ano yung mangyayari dun sa play na yon. He called for a high ball screen, decided that he would gonna take the shot for himself, and he made it despite the defense.
Ball will stay with Pasig City with only 2 seconds though on their shot clock.
Terzo not only provides the leadership but the shot making in the clutch.
Libre si Jacob Galicia sa ilalim. That was off that sideline out of bounds play. So this game has only featured 3 lead changes and 3 ties, because if you just tuned in, lumamang po ang Davao Occidental by 14 points in the first half. Humabol ang Pasig City towards the tail end of the second quarter. That lead went up as high as 17 points before Davao made their comeback in the fourth quarter. TH Tumalip, wala. Tapikan ng bola, mapupunta kay Christian Rivera as we are down to our final 2 minutes of overtime.
Mr. Chavez, only 1 out of 7 from the outside tonight.
Rivera gets to the paint. That ball swatted away by TH Tumalip.
He decided to stay with it, but it was quite tight inside the paint. Good job by the Tigers for really closing down. That was excellent help defense by TH Tumalip.
Baseline inbound this time for Pasig City, down by 1. Rocky Asidre back to Keith Pido. Rocky slides in, mid-range jumper, short. Agovida gets the ball back for Davao Occidental. He will bring the ball down for the Tigers with 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining. Tumalip, visibly tired, but still fighting on. Agovida backing down Lester Tamayo. Up and under move. Tamayo standing his ground.
That's good solid defense there, although I think Tamayo might have gotten away with a foul. Our referees deciding to let the players play on.
That shot by Manalang does not work. 1 and done by Pasig City. 55 seconds remaining here in overtime. Agovida on the right flank. De Chavez back to Keith. Oh, that pass was off target. We have a timeout here by Pasig City with 43 seconds left here in overtime. They're down by 1, 79-78. We'll pause for a break. We'll be back after this.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
nagbabalik po kami dito sa Calasiao Sports Complex. And this is the first game of our Friday triple header. Ken Panglinan alongside Javi Palanya, and at courtside we have Miss Mika Abisamis. And overtime period between Davao Occidental and Pasig City. Pasig has a chance to retake the lead here, but they have no more timeouts. Rob Manalang, both teams in penalty. Manalang, the floater is up, no good. Chance here for Davao Occidental. That pass intercepted. Skip pass, Chito Jaime. He drives, sidestep, lays it up, no good.
They have to foul.
Let's see if they can recognize it. Keith Pido asking for a challenge.
But they don't need to challenge. We're under the last 2 minutes. Oh boy, Chito Jaime had the chance there. Linuwa lang yung tira niya. That was already halfway in.
Si TH Tumalip, talagang pagod na pagod, needing an ice pack sa kanyang batok, as well as Jeff Comia. It's been that type of a game. Both teams trying to well through and bounce back after their tough losses against top contenders in Nueva Ecija and Quezon. And if you're Davao, you just need to hold on to the ball here with 13 seconds remaining. Although, we've seen stranger things happen. May isang araw nga lang, labang na yung Muntinlupa, 4 na puntos with around 20 seconds left. But Bataan was able to come back. Will this be the same case here? But we're still trying to figure out who touched the ball last on that sideline. So bola pa rin ng Davao Occidental.
Pasig City definitely has to foul right away. They might try to force a steal in the first 2-3 seconds of it. But after that, they're gonna have to foul quickly. Especially wala na silang timeouts.
And Davao has struggled from the line. 13 out of 21 shooting, 61%. And the guys on the floor, all below 80% at the line. At least this season. Ito, Kita Gubida, naghahanap ng papasaan. He gets the ball back. Oh, dangerous pass, Keith Pino. Opportunity for Pasig City. Chito Jaime fakes the three, way off. And that's gonna do it. Certainly a golden opportunity for Pasig City, but Davao Occidental holds on. He had a good look.
That was a dangerous pass. There were other guys available nearer to him. And here, Chito Jaime, fly-by move. This was a shot that he's made 1,000 times over in his career. That time just left it short. Maybe could have made a pass to the trailing Mark Montuano, but of course, under pressure of the game clock, he had to make a decision. The decision was to take the shot, and he's gonna live with that. They played a great game, but in the end, kinapos lang talaga sila.
And Pasig suffers their second straight loss after winning their first 2 games. As we now check out our best player of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
This award would have gone to Jeff Comia had he made that potential game winner, but Terzo, he held them steady in the clutch, fourth quarter and into overtime, making the big baskets, making the right decisions, and overall being that leader that his team needed.
Won a championship with this same team back in Season 3 and piloting them to this win. 79-78 Davao Occidental over Pasig City. Let's go to Mika.
maraming salamat. Kasama ko ngayon ang best player of this game na nahirapan akong tawagin. 2 beses pa namin tinawag kasi ayaw niyang maniwala. Joseph Terzo. Joseph, sabi sa akin ni Coach Arvin kanina, gusto ko talagang makitang lumabas yung offense ni Joseph at ginawa mo yun today with 19 points.
19, okay. Pwede ba huminga muna? Pagod din laro. Ano lang, siguro yung tiwala kasi siguro ni Coach Arvin sa akin to lead the team. Sinusuklian ko lang. And as one of the leaders and captain ball sa team na to, gusto ko ipakita ko ano yung right way siguro.
Joseph, bilang leader nga nakikita namin, ang ganda ng attitude ng players, no? Pumunta kayo dito, very ready kayo. Lahat ng sinabi ng mga huddle, pinakinggan nyo lahat. Kumusta kayo sa practices? Parang umpisa pa lang, ang ganda na agad ng chemistry.
Siguro kasi yung iba sa amin matagal na rin nagkakasama, yung iba rin siguro yung iba nakasama na rin ng bawat isa. So yung chemistry mas madali na lang eh. And then yung practice namin this past few weeks maganda eh. So at least it shows sa laro ngayon.
Maraming salamat. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Una-una, pasalamat ako kay Lord sa panalong binigay sa amin. And then yung Bautista family, Derequito family, Coco Life, and then yung wife ko, tsaka yung 2 baby ko, si Olivia, PJ, Olivia, and Alex. And then si Mama Boots, Tito Toti, Benju, yung buong Terzo family, Padriquera family, Ramos family, and then Panope family. Yun lang. At saka Billy Robles pala, tsaka si Coach Denok.
Alright, maraming salamat, Joseph Terzo. This play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsors of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Ken and Javi.
Maraming salamat, Mika. And up next, Abra will take on Cebu in our second game of our Friday triple header. Kaya tutok lang dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.
Ang hirap ng buhay na pinagdaanan ko, ayaw kong madaanan ng bawat pamilyang Pilipino. Kaya I hope na ang ating bansa umunlad, magkaisa tayo, ipagdasal natin ang ating mga leader dahil walang imposible sa Panginoon pag tayo ay nagdarasal. Nung ako ay naupong senador, hindi ko po talaga kinompromise yung posisyon ko kasi yung commitment ko sa taong bayan, manatiling commitment ko sa kanila habang ako'y pinagkakatiwalaan at nagsiservisyo sa gobyerno.
Masakit lang isipin, Mr. President, na ang programa na para sa mga mahihirap, tapos may mga tao na kumokontra. Kasi pagka maganda yung ginagawa para sa mga mahihirap, dahil kalaban ka, kukontrahin ka. Nakakabuti naman sa taong bayan. Pagkakalaban ka, ganun. Kaya walang progreso, walang kaunlaran ang bansa natin dahil after ng administrasyon ng isang leader, pag mapalitan siya, hindi pagpatuloy yung programa niya na maganda para sa taong bayan. Pagkatapos naman ng isa, yung magandang programa niya, mahinto na naman, ibang programa na naman. Bakit hindi natin suportahan? Kahit na ba, ang isang politiko, ang puso para talaga sa taong bayan o tumulong, kung maganda yung programa, dapat suportahan na lang. Ang problema, laging hindi maganda, laging hindi maganda, laging hindi maganda. Lahat ba yung mga programa ng mga nakaraang leaders ay hindi maganda? Pagdating sa mga mahihirap, nasasaktan ako pagka binabati ko yung mga programa para sa kanila. Diyan ako galing sa pagiging mahirap. Yung walang makain sa isang araw. Naranasan ko yun. Kaya ako, anumang narating ko, anumang pera, anong halaga ang nakamtan ko sa buhay, hindi mahalaga para sa akin yan. Ang importante, makatulong ako sa taong bayan, makatulong ako sa kapwa ko. We came to this world naked, and we will depart alone and naked. Wala tayong madalala. Iiwanan natin lahat yan. Ipaglalaban ko ang karapatan ng mga mahirap na tao.
Atin itong bansa, gusto ko po na tayong lahat nagtutulungan para umunlad ang ating bansa, para umasinso ang bawat Pilipino. Mga kababayan ko, mga nagsiservisyo sa gobyerno, magkaisa tayo. Isipin natin na ang mga kababayan natin nagugutom, nahihirapan. Yung iba, walang sariling tahanan, natutulog sa kanila lamang. Tayo, lahat ay pari-parihong tao, may puso na ramdaman. Naway, bawat isa sa atin, lahat tayo, accountable tayo, pagharap natin sa Panginoon. lagi kong sinasabi, kahit ano pa, kayaman mo, kahit ikaw pa pinakasikat sa buong mundo, pag namatay tayo, wala tayong madadala kahit piso. Ang Manny Pacquiao, walang karapatan maglibang kahit kanino. Dahil galing po ako sa hirap. Therefore, ang aking gagawin, tutulungan yung mga kasama kong naiiwan doon sa laylayan. Tutulungan sila. Ang dasal ko palagi sa kanila na umasinso din sila sa buhay at makaahon din, guminhawa sa buhay. Kaya tayong lahat, mga kababayan ko, sama-sama tayo, magkaisa tayo para sa tagunlad ng ating bansa, tayong lahat magtutulungan.